So our offseason quarterback plan is pretty simple and straightforward. So simple that even a Spielman can follow it. So you cut Kirk Cousins. You just eat the dead cap. It's whatever. You draft a first-round quarterback. Maybe you trade for Sam Darnold. Sure, why not? But also, you want a guy to work with the young rookie quarterback, maybe a mentor, maybe a guy who, if you had to start a couple games, you're not too worried about it. Maybe like a bridge quarterback, but not pretty short bridge, right? But also no Sean Mannion. Nah, get out of here. So here are 5 veteran backups that the Vikings need to sign next year on top of drafting a quarterback and maybe trading for Sam Darnold. So there you go. So first off, Kyle Jerome, Ezekiel Slater. Probably won't happen, but just I dream. I dream. Zimmer poisoned the well in this kid. You know, I know, the American people know. But real number 1, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Because if you're going to be bad, if you're going to be YOLO, if you're going to throw interceptions, at least have some fun with it. So I've always loved Fitztragic. He was recently benched for Tua in Miami. Dolphins are 3-3. He's going to be 38 next season. Is an unrestricted free agent in the offseason. So pick him up. I said, why the hell not at this point? Also, so Kirk Cousins is making what he's making. Ryan Fitztragic made $8 million this year. He'd probably make less next year. So why the hell not? 2005. 7th round pick out of Harvard, 5th round pick, one of the two. And he came in with the Rams. And this is always a hallmark of Fitztragic as well, is that whatever team he goes to as a backup, he ends up starting. It's like the curse of Fitztragic. So Tennessee, Houston, Jets, Bucks, Dolphins, he just ends up starting. He was the Buffalo savior back in the day, if you remember that. But overall, he's sneaky old. Like, he's one of the oldest quarterbacks in the league, except he's still fun to watch, and I will still take him because he's not scared. He will sling it, and he just has this upbeat, quiet leadership to him. And plus, I mean the shirt. Come on, or the shirt. Yeah, whatever. Has a 70.1% completion percentage this season, 1,535 yards passing, 10 touchdowns, 7 picks. Slightly better than Kirk Cousins, but yeah. All right, so next up, veteran quarterback number 2 the Vikings should consider signing this offseason, Case Keenum. Now, this would only happen if Zimmer is gone. And also, it's a little bit unlikely right now because the problem is he's in year 2 of a 3-year, $18 million deal with the Browns. No guaranteed money left, or very marginal guaranteed money left in the deal. Also, Stefanski obviously wants to keep him in Cleveland with Baker Mayfield just being Baker Mayfield. Stefanski, he and Keenum go way back like chiropractor 2017. So you may have to trade for him. I've given up a 5th rounder for Case Keenum at this point. But, of course, Minneapolis Miracle Man, 32 years young, 2012 UDFA coming out of Houston. And he's bounced around the league a little bit as well because he came in with the Texans, then he went to the Rams, then he went to the Vikings, and then he went to Denver, and then they traded his ass to Washington. It's like all over the place, right? And, of course, Zimmer... All right, so in 2017, when Keenum was leading the Vikings on this magic carpet ride, 8 straight wins, NFC title game, every single week, it was almost like a joke. It's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to name Case Keenum my starting quarterback. And a lot of us thought it was like, well, this Zimmer just playing 4D underwater chess like his mentor Bill Parcells. Like, he's motivating Case Keenum every week, but maybe it's true. Maybe he really didn't, because he did not like the way that Case Keenum played street ball. And I don't know, like, also go look up the passing yardage records in college football. Case Keenum has all of them, basically, because also he was in college for like 17 years. He's basically University of Houston Cougars version of Van Wilder, but it'd still be fun to have Keenum back. Next up, I mean, because there's still some fans that think Keenum should be the guy. Still. I'm also intrigued now after how Cousins panned out. Anyway, number 3, Marcus Mariota. 2015 number 2 overall pick coming out of the University of Oregon. Because remember, it was Jameis 1 and Mariota 2. It's very rare that both quarterbacks are busts. Usually there's one good one and there's one bad one when the quarterbacks go 1-2. But it was a 5-year starter with the Titans, eventually replaced by Ryan Tannehill. It just didn't work out. He signed to be a backup in Vegas. Now, a lot of people thought that this was all right, so Derek Carr, you're on borrowed time, Mariota will take over. But Derek Carr's been playing really well, respect. But he could be cut this offseason. Mariota could. He's got a $10 million base salary. $0 guaranteed. And Mariota, he's still young. You still love the mobility. He's a quiet leader. He's a dude who can get it done. He's got good accuracy. He's got a solid arm. There's a lot to like. And even though you are prepping your rookie draft pick to be the future franchise, I mean, if Mariota had to come in and play a game or two, you're not too bummed about it. Next up, backup number 4 that the Vikings should sign in the offseason, Tyrod Taylor. And now we've said this before, but Ty God is such a good nickname that it takes away from the other nickname he has, T-Mobile, which just it's a phenomenal nickname, even though T-Mobile's like whatever. But 31 years old, 2011 6th-round pick by the Ravens coming out of Virginia Tech. Joe Flacco's backup in 2012 when they won the Super Bowl for some reason. Bounced around the league to a degree, gone from Buffalo to Cleveland to blah, blah, blah. Now, he ended up with the Chargers. Anthony Lynn, he was the Chargers starter to begin the season, keeping the seat warm for number 6 overall pick Justin Herbert. And then the Chargers doctors punctured his lung when he was getting a shot of lidocaine for a dinged up rib, and then Justin Herbert came in, and Justin Herbert is the man. So maybe Tyrod wants to play 1 or 2 games and keep things warm for another rookie phenom TBD. Because why the hell not? Because I still love Tyrod's mobility. And also, there's just something about mobile quarterbacks at Virginia Tech. So Tyrod, Michael Vick, Marcus Vick, Logan Thomas, Bruce Arians, look that up. It's just cool. So I'd be all for bringing in T-Mobile. Lastly, number 5 veteran quarterback the Vikings need to sign on top of drafting a quarterback and or trading for Sam Darnold, Blake Bortles. Yeah, I said it because, again, if you're going to be bad, just at least be funny and entertaining, all right? So Blake Bortles is certainly all of that. Number 3 overall pick in 2014, 28 years young, the pride of Central Florida, perhaps best known for breaking up with a super hot girlfriend, but it is what it is. Currently is on the Broncos practice squad. And now, this is an indictment on Sean Mannion because last year, after Sean Mannion left the Rams and he signed with the Vikings, because the Rams had picked Blake Bortles. It's like, hey, man, you're such a bad quarterback, Sean Mannion, that I think Blake Bortles is an upgrade over you. But I'm under no illusion that Bortles will be a competent NFL quarterback anytime ever again. Well, he never was in the first place, but I digress. But he's just funny. Also, Bortles on the team will guarantee that rookie quarterback will play, so I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. So that's it. There are 5 veteran quarterbacks that the Vikings need to sign the offseason on top of drafting quarterback as well as possibly trading for Sam Darnold. What are your thoughts? Who should be on this list? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. While support that work, pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.